It's Mentoring Hour, 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. Nick Sainert hanging out with you guys tonight till 7 o'clock. As always, you guys know the drill. 402-464-5685, the Honda Lincoln Hotline, the Starter Heyman text line. Both those open for you guys, and it's special every Wednesday when we do this show because it allows us an opportunity to kind of put things into perspective. And here on the Teammates Mentoring Hour, we're joined by a couple teammates or people that are involved in the program just to kind of give you guys a little bit of a better look inside and how this kind of thing operates. You got to hear from, obviously, the great Tom Osborne last week with DP. DP had to do the old school show at Tanner's, so that's why I'm here. Once again, Nick Sander hanging out with you guys. Teammates Mentoring Hour, but if you have any questions over the course of the next 50 minutes or so, 402-464-5685, the Honda Lincoln Hotline, the Starter Heyman text line, both those open for you guys tonight, as well as the Starter Heyman Jewelers video stream, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. No question is a bad question. No phone call is a bad phone call. Give us your thoughts. Give us your questions. If you're thinking about becoming a mentor or becoming involved in Teammates, this is the time to ask questions. This is the time to kind of jump over that wall if you are on the fringe of thinking about becoming a teammate. As usual, we are joined by a couple teammates inside the studio here. We are joined by Luke, Logan, and Stacy. Hello, guys.
Hello.
All right, so Stacy, you've done this before, I heard.
Yes, I've been on here.
Awesome. Well, welcome back. Glad you guys are here. You guys first time, right?
Yep, correct.
Okay, sweet. So, we'll just kind of enter the conversation of why teammates and what was the reasoning behind getting into it and why you felt somewhat of a calling to help somebody out there that at that time you did not know. But Logan, we'll go ahead and start with you, man. I mean, you're pretty young, right? And
sure.
why did you decide to get into teammates?
So like beginning of high school, I really kind of struggled with my behavior.
Mm-hmm.
Got into some trouble. And then me and my admin had a conversation about my behavior and how I could be better with it.
Mm-hmm.
And she suggested that I go to Teammates and I get a teammate.
Awesome. And you guys were paired, correct? You and Luke?
Yeah.
All right, awesome. So Luke, what as the mentor in this case, I mean, why? I'll just start it with that.
So I think it was because, and this is something that I've done several times. I think in my life, I've sort of looked back to elementary school, middle school, high school, college, and I can really pinpoint different people in my life who have helped me forward.
Yeah.
And at some point, I think that you have to sort of pay that forward. You have to give back. You know, somebody's got helped me to get where I am. Nobody does it all by themselves. And so me at this point in my life, having the freedom of the schedule, the time to do this, the desire, and the program was there. And so it all made sense. It all really came together really nicely.
I guess, Logan, I mean, how have you changed, right? You said you had some problems with behavior and things like that. And without going too deep into it, I mean, how fortunate were you to get a mentor like Luke?
Very fortunate. I mean, definitely. I mean, it was something I really needed. Like, I was really just struggling through school, and I needed that support to really help me push through it and get through school. And now I did. I'm graduated and couldn't be more thankful.
That's awesome. Once again, if you're just now joining us, it's the Teammates Mentoring Hour. If you have any thoughts, questions, 402-464-5685, the Honda Lincoln Hotline, the Starter Heyman text line. Luke and Logan were paired up in this program, so you're going to get kind of a firsthand look tonight into kind of the true relationship of it, because we got both sides, right? A lot of times we get to hear from the mentor part, but not necessarily the mentee side of things. But now you're going to get both sides tonight, so make sure you kind of stick around. We also bring in Stacy. Hello, Stacy.
Hello.
All right, so tell us why you decided to get involved into Teammates, and you're a full-time match support specialist. Kind of walk us through what that all entails. And once again, like I said, why'd you get involved with a program like Teammates?
I got involved with Teammates just because I have a passion for kids. I've worked with a nonprofit here in Lincoln for 19 years before I joined TeamMates, and it was working with children, youth, and families.
Okay.
So this was just right up my alley. And TeamMates, it's such a positive program with such a positive impact. And I heard stories about it since joining TeamMates and being matched. I've been a mentor for the last 6 years. I can attest to how it makes a difference in people's lives, and not just the mentees, but the mentor's life as well. So,
and you started a second. You had a mentee that graduated this past spring, I've seen, and you started a second one already.
Yep. I have a mentee in 5th grade. She's still in elementary school.
Okay.
And so I just met with her today.
Okay, I was gonna say, so like when you go from, I mean, how quick is it? How hard of a transition, I should ask, is it when you go from one mentee to a new one, right? And when you have to kind of adjust from working with a high schooler and then going to an elementary school age type of mentee.
It's not a hard adjustment for me.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because it reminds me, my first mentee was a 6th grader when I was matched with her. And so I have a 5th grader, and they're similar. And it just kind of brings me back to my first mentee and the things that we did together. And so for me, it's been really easy. It's so much fun. My mentee, I still keep in touch with my mentee that graduated last year. I see her at least 3 times a month. We get together.
Yeah.
So.
I was going to say, so a couple times when I've done this show and talked to other mentors, like it's a common thing to build such a strong relationship that past the program being over and not necessarily meeting with them on a regular basis. Like, was that a thought when you guys started this thing? Like, I'm going to develop such a close connection with this mentee that I want to continue this relationship, whether it's on an official TeamMates basis or whether it's strictly just, because we're that close and we've had such a strong history together. I mean, where we continue that past the program.
I think so in training, I'm one of the TeamMates trainers as well.
Okay.
And we encourage mentors to stay with their mentee through high school graduation. And we talk about it in training. So they know from the beginning that it's possible to keep in touch with their mentee after high school graduation. But I don't know that they all think about that too hard. I'd be interested to hear what Luke's thoughts are on that too.
Yeah.
So for myself, I kind of was hoping that we develop a strong enough friendship that we would want to continue after high school. And that definitely has been the case.
Yeah. I'll ask Logan. I mean, did you see this something like, here's the thing. Like I was in high school just a couple years ago, man. Like, and it when you're in high school, you kind of get in this thought of no way this is actually going to work, and no way that I'm going to enjoy this. And there's no way that it's going to actually turn into an actual relationship and a friendship. I mean, what was your thoughts coming into this thing?
I mean, to be honest, I was just doing it to test it out.
Yeah.
I really didn't know how far I was going to get, but like I was definitely like willing to and proceed to stay with TeamMates. And it's been a great experience. So, I love it.
Were there times where you thought maybe it's not a good idea? Because I think it's okay. Like I think we sit here and we talk about all the good that comes from TeamMates, but I think there's also value in maybe the tougher experiences and the tougher conversations.
Yeah. At first I was like, what good is this really doing for me? And like, what is the outcome of this?
Yeah.
I just didn't really understand it at that point, and now I have.
What was the outcome? What's the greatest thing that you've gotten out of it so far?
A friend. I mean, Luke's an awesome man, and the TeamMates program has been amazing throughout this entire experience. And Luke has just really helped me get through school, and he's just helped me be a better person, and he's helped me a lot.
Luke, what's your thoughts when you hear something like that?
Yeah, when I started out, I mean, I think like Logan, I was fully committed, but I was a little tentative. And I think that maybe describes his approach too.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to do this. We're going to give it 100% effort, but we were both a little tentative to see how this was going to work. And frankly, like going into it, my first thought was just please don't let me mess this kid up. I was just wanted to do good. Right. And once I realized that I didn't have to help with homework. I wasn't a surrogate parent. That's not what we are.
Yeah.
What we're there is to simply provide support, simply to listen, to interact with them, to provide something, although we interact only at school, sort of a non-school conversation, right? About anything that's going on in their life. I think sometimes just having that person who's not a parent, not a teacher, it's just somebody unique. And the only reason that they're there is for you and to listen to, and you can talk to that person about anything. And likewise, I confided in Logan. I was like, man, things are tough right now. I'm like, hey, like family stuff, like my kids are sick and all these other, all these other stuff. It was very much a two-way street.
Yeah.
And I can say that, for all that Logan talks about for, how much that he has grown. I mean, I've grown too.
Yeah.
And I think it's because I had Logan as well. And he was an equally good mentee.
Did you expect to be that? Did you expect
no, I really didn't.
It's going to be a two-way street?
I really didn't know.
Are you glad it was?
Oh, heck yeah, definitely.
So whenever I talk to a pair or, a mentee and a mentor, they always have favorite experiences, right? Whether it's not necessarily playing games or anything like that, but it's just like, certain conversations or you guys find out that you bonded in some subject that you didn't necessarily know you were going to bond it. What's that for you guys? I mean, Logan, is there one memory above all that you can think about? Like, all right, this thing is really awesome.
Well, that's really, I've had so many memories with my teammate Luke here, like that it's really hard to remember.
Yeah.
Like specifically.
Oh, I got one.
That's right. Go ahead, Luke. Go ahead. Just keep thinking,
Logan.
I'm
gonna prompt him.
Okay.
So the one that sticks out for me, and Logan and I did all sorts of stuff. We played games, we played card games, we played basketball, all these different things.
Gotcha.
And sometimes we would just walk the halls and talk. So for anyone out there who's thinking about being a mentor, I mean, you don't have to come in. It's up to you. And sometimes we just walk the halls.
Yeah.
But the one thing that I remember is Logan's award that he got at the end of this year, the Night Pride. I think it was called the Night Pride Award.
Yep, that's right. That's right.
So tell them about that.
Yeah. What is the Night Pride, man?
It's a huge reward, honestly. It's just like, it's this award that means you have really pushed through your limits through school.
Awesome.
And just have succeeded as a person overall, as well as to who you used to be. So just really made a huge change, and they saw that, so I got that reward. So
I mean, sorry to interrupt, Luke. What was your thought when you got that? Like, did you think did you think it was possible?
No, I really didn't. It just came to me, and well, it didn't just come to me. I had to work for it, of course.
Yeah, of course.
But it's just, that was huge for me, honestly. That was incredible.
What was Luke's reaction when you told him?
Oh, he was proud, like, definitely. I mean, he was probably shocked as well to hear that, because, like, I sure wasn't expecting that. I mean, but I think Luke was just as excited as I was, but I was more excited because I was the one getting the reward. So,
I mean, Luke, you've seen the ups and downs, right? And you saw him obviously when this mentee mentor relationship started, and now you've seen his growth and you've seen his progression and things like that. I mean, what was that kind of? What did that tell you when he was able to get that reward?
Well, I mean, I just felt this immense sense of pride for Logan, and Logan, I think, is downplaying a little bit. I mean, just a little bit more information. It really,
I could tell.
Yeah, there's only one given out each year at Southeast. Logan was the recipient of that award, and it's gone to a student who has encountered and overcome a significant amount of adversity, has really improved attendance, grades, their conduct in all different areas. I mean, this isn't something that's necessarily a popularity contest, not voted on by the states. I mean, this is recognition by the faculty, by the staff members who see Logan day in and day out, and who can testify to the improvements that he made across all areas. And so I think that was, and again, I think just being there, knowing that I was that small part of Logan's journey with all the teachers and all the staff members, all the counselors who really walked with him. We all walked together with Logan. and seeing him work as hard as he did. And that's really what it came down to. I mean, we were there for resources and we were there for help and listen, but ultimately Logan did the work.
That's
and
awesome.
They recognize that.
That's awesome. Once again, 402-464-5685, the Honda of Lincoln hotline, the Starter Heyman text line, both those open for you guys. If you're just now joining us, Nick Sandert hanging out with you guys. It is the Teammates Mentoring Hour on 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. We're here with Stacy, Luke, and Logan. Luke and Logan were actually matched up through the entirety of Logan's high school career, and so we're just kind of walking through that. We got plenty of stuff to get to here down the road. But I guess one last thing, I mean, we need to talk about, I mean, Logan, what are your interests, man? Cause you got a full life ahead.
Oh yeah.
And you and I, I mean, geez, just 3 years ago, I was in the same spot you were. So, I mean, I know exactly where you're at right now, dude. So, I mean, what's the future plans? We got a lot of stuff to talk about here.
So like, there's like a lot of things I'm thinking about.
Okay. Rattle them off.
One thing I'm thinking about is like I'm trying to go to like SEC for that agricultural, like the biology of agricultural, like science and all that. And I was also interested in going into the welding
there you go.
class that they have there at SEC. And you know, I'm very interested in science, I believe, and I really want to pursue my passion into that career. So
gotcha.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I have more like ideas, but there always could be more because I'm not in college yet.
Yeah,
so,
exactly. Yeah, you get there and then it's like the floodgates open with the thoughts and the ideas. Man, I feel you there. All right, let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and take our first time out. When we come back, we'll talk a little more with Stacy, kind of get her thoughts on Teammates as well, hear from her experiences, as well as more from Luke and Logan. Once again, Teammates Mentoring Hour, Wednesday nights. You guys know the drill, how to get involved, how to ask questions. This is the perfect time to ask because these guys, there's nobody better to ask about the mentoring program. So whether you're a high school student listening, you want to stay anonymous, that's totally fine. Give us a call, shoot us a text, 402-464-5685. You can also comment on the Starter Heyman Jewelers video stream, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. Let's go ahead and take our break. When we come back, we'll hear more from the amazing teammates that we have here in the studio on the Teammates Mentoring Hour on 93.7 The Ticket.
Don't go anywhere. More of the Teammates Mentoring Hour is minutes away on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If you need to sell equipment and trucks, Ritchie Brothers' new Lincoln Satellite Yard lets you free up space at your property and get local access to all Ritchie Brothers auctions. Drop your equipment off and sell it online at any Ritchie Brothers auction, Iron Planet, or via Marketplace E. The yard is at 8801 US 6 Lincoln. It's secure and makes for easy in-person buyer inspections and pickup. Take advantage of this yard to sell at Ritchie Brothers' Great Plains Regional Auction, September 15th and 16th. For details, visit rbauction.com/Lincoln.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
At Venue Catering and Events, we offer two of the most historic ballrooms in Lincoln. The Jasmine Room, located in the historic Grand Manse in the heart of downtown, featuring a beautiful built-in antique bar, spacious patio, and soaring skylit ceilings. The Scottish Rite Ballroom, located just 2 blocks from the state's capital, boasts intricate hand-carved columns, rich dark wood floors, and lavish chandeliers. The perfect venues to host your wedding, corporate event, or much more. For availability and more information, call us at 402-603-6483.
Seasons change, but your land stays the same. You need the right solutions to keep you moving. That's why you rely on Acres Equipment, your Nebraska-owned premier John Deere dealership. Whether you're harvesting, protecting your crops, feeding the herd, maintaining your lawn, improving your business, or letting off some steam, Acres has what you need to get the job done. Acres Equipment, solutions for every field.
Your high school football coverage rolls on right here on 93.7 The Ticket. Hey guys, it's Nick Sainer. Join me this week from Seacrest Field for 2 games. On Thursday, we get our first look at Millard West as they travel to Lincoln to face off against Lincoln Southwest. The Silverhawks look to get their 7th win of the season on Thursday, which would be the most wins for Lincoln Southwest in a single season since 2018. On Friday at 7 p.m., it's Lincoln North Star and Lincoln East squaring off. The Spartans still have some work to do to solidify themselves in the playoffs, while the Gators are on the outside looking in. Make sure you tune in this Thursday and Friday for all your Week 8 high school football action right here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
College football in Lincoln, America. The time has come. Start your game day off right with the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the Ticket crew live from Tipsy Tina's in the Haymarket as they bring you all the coverage you need to get you ready for the action. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Brought to you by A1 Automotive, Mullen Motors, Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits, Bauer Underground, Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group, and Ritchie Brothers.
If you came across someone struggling with hunger, how would you recognize them?
By their clothes,
their age,
the way they speak.
Hunger can be hard to recognize. Learn why at IamHungerInAmerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America, 200 Food Bank Strong, and the Ad Council.
Hi, this is Kurt, your shop manager at A1 Automotive here in downtown Lincoln. My promise to you is this: you won't find another automotive repair facility that genuinely cares about you and your vehicle. Our service is outstanding and our customer service is better. Please give me a call for all your automotive repair questions and needs. Call me at 402-477-4660. We were built on small town values, and that shows in how we treat others. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Hey, it's me, your cell phone. We need to talk about something serious. I know you love me. I know you like using me wherever you are, but I feel like this isn't working out when you're driving. I know you may think that it's possible to focus both on me and the road, but I just don't feel the same way. I think we should spend time away from each other when you're driving. It's for the best.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Hey, it's Nicklin Hames from Nebraska Volleyball. I hate wasting time in practice, and I want to help you stop wasting your time when you're looking for an electrician. High Electric has been serving the area for over 30 years for both residential and commercial properties. They are experts in everything like remodeling, new additions, hot tub installation, and more. And they take jobs from Beatrice to Omaha and all towns, big or small, in between. Call them today at 402-466-6606 or learn more at high-electric.com.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric is the call I make when I have a need for plumbing services. Whether it's for my home or office, if I need a repair to a water heater, softener, or even my garbage disposal, I know I can count on Action to help. In one simple call, their amazing customer service team promptly schedules a service call, often getting to my needs within a day. Action delivers honest quality services we can count on. To learn more, visit actionlincoln.com.
Hey guys, Nick Sainert here, and I want to tell you about my friends at Spine and Sports Chiropractic. I experienced a herniated disc in my lower back a few years ago, and thanks to the folks at Spine and Sports, I got back to feeling 100%. At Spine and Sports, they use the active release technique, which involves the soft tissue and can alleviate headaches, shoulder pain, plantar fasciitis, and more. What I like most about the ART method is that your doctor will construct a plan that fits your needs because the technique is not a cookie-cutter approach. Allow Spine and Sports Chiropractic to help you feel better. Set up your appointment today by giving them a call at 402-261-6841.
Ashiro's work is never done. You care for the house, the kids, and our future. We're so grateful for all you do. Now it's time to care for yourself and save a little more for retirement. A free 3-minute online chat can give you the personalized tips you need to boost your retirement savings now. Visit aceyourretirement.org/Shiro today.
A public service announcement brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
They might win, they might lose, but either way, you have something to say about it. Don't miss the Husker After Party postgame show immediately following every Nebraska football game. Nick Sainert and Jake Bachhoven give instant reaction, quotes from the players and coaches, and take all your phone calls with thoughts on the game. It's the Husker After Party postgame show, only on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Sponsored by Action Plumbing and Heating, Gary Michaels Clothiers, and Brent Excavating. Lose fat, build muscle, gain endurance. Whatever your goal, Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping can help you achieve it.
Farrell's offers group fitness for all levels in a fun, welcoming environment. Their proven method combines kickboxing, cardio, and strength training to get you in the best shape of your life. You've heard all about their 10-week challenges, but you can join as a member anytime. Head to fxbeatlincoln.com to learn more. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping at 40th and Yankee Hill or just south of 78th and Pioneers.
This message is for Shauna, my mom, who just finished her high school diploma. I wanted to say I'm so proud of you for finishing school. You taught me it's never too late to achieve your dreams. I hope to make you as proud as you have made me.
When you graduate, they graduate. Finish your high school diploma for you and for them. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
This is the TeamMates Mentoring Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, back here on the Teammates Mentoring Hour, Nick Sander hanging out with you guys. We're joined by Stacy, Luke, and Logan here in the studio. Once again, it is the Teammates Mentoring Hour. If you have any questions throughout the course of the next 30 minutes or so, shoot us a text, 402-464-5685, the Honda of Lincoln hotline, the Starter Heyman text line. Logan, one of your dudes is on the Starter Heyman Jewelers video stream here. Devin says, man, that's my homie Logan.
Just want to shout out my boy Devin Gambrell.
How about that? That's awesome. Did you tell him that you were coming on?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
You
got a big following at home, man.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
People watching from
no
who
better
knows
way,
where.
you know.
There it is. All right, so I found out during the break that you guys are holding back on us. No, I'm just kidding. But you guys did some service projects. Tell us about those. Because it was your idea, Logan.
Yes. So basically, I went to the main office of my school.
Okay.
They were just talking to me about this project that I could do with my teammate, and it was for like this church. It goes to this church to help people in need of those materials. But we built this like little pouch together, and I don't really know how to explain more about it, but it was definitely useful in a way.
Yeah, Luke. Okay, so Luke, go ahead and expand on that a little bit more if you can. Just kind of like, what were some of the activities that you guys participated in?
Yeah, well, the origin story is more like Logan went to the office and said, Luke is terrible at basketball. We need to do something else.
Is he bad? Is he bad?
Yeah.
Did you beat him?
Yeah.
Oh,
Consistently.
no.
So we had to find something else to do. Well, actually, I mean, we enjoy playing ball, but the weather gets cold. So Logan went to the office and he was like, hey, we hear you have service projects. So we did that one. We did the Valentine's Day project. We think for a nursing home and assisted living facility, just to make, decorations, actual cards and Valentines that could be delivered. And and when we did that, I did not know how rewarding that they were going to be. I mean, it was always rewarding just hanging out with Logan, whatever we did. But there was something about me being there for him and then him being there for me, because it's a two-way street a lot of times when you do this mentoring thing. But then when you're together and then you're working on a project together for somebody else, I mean, it was immensely rewarding. I mean, the time we spent like an hour, but the time absolutely flew by.
Were there ever, now kind of flipping on the other side of the coin here, were there ever any times where the time did not fly by, right? Where there were, like, especially in the start, when I'm sure there were growing pains and getting to know each other. I mean, do you guys remember some of those?
Yes.
Well,
Like, are you talking about like just like when we first started? as
Yeah,
teammates?
like was it difficult at first to kind of get to know each other and build that
I was
relationship?
a little like nervous to like really start talking about myself.
Yeah.
And whatnot, like just talking about like as well as like more personal things and whatnot. Like it did take a while to start talking about that, but I got comfortable with it really like fast. So
Luke, what was kind of your approach to this thing? I mean, because you would have understood at that time, it might take a little bit for a high schooler to open up to this guy that just came in and said, hey, I'm going to be your mentor and you're going to be my mentee, and we're going to build a relationship and build a foundation. I mean, what was your kind of approach to this thing going in? Do you remember like what was going through your head the first time or ahead of your first meeting?
Yeah, I think that it was like any relationship, and it was awkward, a little awkward at first. We were
Yeah.
trying to get to know each other, and I think that it was simply about finding out what the other person was interested in,
Yeah.
and what they wanted to talk about, and if that something was, football, something as light as that, or something deeper like, man, this class is really tough,
Yep.
or something like that. So we kind of started and went wherever the other person wanted to go.
Gotcha.
And more to your last question, yeah, there were days when I would show up and Logan and I would get together, and there would just be something in my eyes or something in Logan's eyes. Maybe we didn't get enough sleep, maybe we were stressed, and like, yeah, it's not always going to be this, deep and having this epiphany during your time together. Oh, I mean, ultimately, a mentorship involves work and involves effort for something long term.
Yeah.
So yeah, there were those moments.
Yeah. We get a message on the video stream. We're so proud of your accomplishments, Logan. Luke, thank you for being an awesome teammate to Logan. So that's from Riley.
I mean, you hear it, it's valid information.
Well, I guess, okay, so Logan, I guess if somebody was in your not, I should say in your shoes, but back when this thing started, and let's say they're a freshman in high school, and I mean, what's your advice to them? Not even necessarily with the teammates, but you're somebody that obviously with the help of teammates kind of got on the right path, and you ended up winning a heck of an award. And no matter how much you want to downplay it, there's awesome value in that.
Yep.
And so, I mean, you sit here now 4 years after, and you've changed, man,
Yes.
and you've grown up a lot. I
Definitely.
mean, just from a certain growth, aspect, what would you tell somebody that's maybe a freshman in high school that might be listening, or even anybody in high school or in junior high that is kind of struggling?
Well, they can do it. They gotta get through them obstacles, and when they get through those obstacles, they gotta find the support.
Mm-hmm.
And when they find the support, that is really what will help them then succeed more. And that's how it went with me. It helped me be more responsible in life, really just build more of a moral with myself.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, you got to get past some obstacles. You can't be in a hole the rest of your life. You gotta keep going,
How did Luke help you get through some of those obstacles that you had to face? What was some of his advice throughout these last couple of years?
He's just given me great advice to just keep pushing and to just not give up on myself as a person. And I just, I'm a talented man. I'm gonna get places.
Bingo, man. That's awesome. That's awesome to hear. Cause you said, I mean, like you said just a couple years ago, you were struggling and you were getting in trouble in school and the grades were suffering.
Yeah.
But just in a few short years, I mean, you say that off the
dramatic
cuff.
change. It's huge. Like I got my stuff together.
Yeah. Yeah.
I knew when it was time to stop playing around and pick myself up and succeed.
What have your friends said about this? Because like, have you, because this can kind of be an interesting, like, I understand like the peer pressures and the stuff of high school. Right. And it can kind of sometimes be seen as, I don't want to say weak, but just different to have a mentor. And that's the brutal reality of it. And kids are ruthless, especially in high school.
Definitely.
So, I mean, like, how did you approach that conversation with your friends and stuff?
I was pretty open about it. I mean, I wasn't really too like nervous to talk about it with my friends, or like they didn't really, I mean, they didn't really care.
Yeah.
Because I mean, he's my teammate. They shouldn't care. I mean,
exactly.
It's just someone to talk to and have that support. And I mean, they support that. So
have they noticed a change?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, you could ask Devin,
Yeah, I was say Devin, man, send in another text. I mean, how have you seen your buddy Logan change, dude?
Devin's got plenty of information, so
that's all right. Well, Devin, we'll let Devin sit and text in if he wants to. Once again, you can comment on the video stream, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter, or you can go on to on the text line 402-464-5685 is the number to call and text if you have any questions on how to get involved in TeamMates. We'll have more information on that we have a couple minutes left in this segment here. And Stacy, I want to get to you for sure. So as we said in the first segment, you're a match support specialist in Lincoln's teammate office, but you've also been out in the field, if you want to call it that, I guess. So I guess just recap us and remind us why teammates.
Well, as you can hear from Logan's story,
Yeah.
It's teammates can really make an impact on a young person's life. And Logan, real quick question.
Yes.
Did you feel hopeful? Did you like look forward to seeing Luke every week?
Oh yes, like every week, repeatedly. I was like, I need to see my man, you know.
Was it like, was there a set time every week, or did it change every week? I mean, that might be a question for people.
Set time every week. We'd
Okay.
meet, was it a Friday?
We switched it a couple times
Okay.
because of my schedule, but it is a consistent time each week.
Gotcha.
But there is the flexibility to figure out, what works out for the mentee and what works out for the mentor.
Awesome. Okay, so back to that.
So
Go
my
ahead.
point is that I wanted to make, and Logan just emphasized that, is that when our mentees look forward to seeing their mentors, their sense of hope automatically increases.
Yeah.
That's what they're looking forward to. That's what they're excited about. And in the meantime, their grades start improving, their behaviors start getting better, their attendance gets better at school. And all these things are just kind of a side effect with mentoring, when that just having that weekly contact with a caring adult who's just there to listen and play games and just have fun.
Now, during the commercial break, you guys were kind of talking about those service projects that we were mentioning. And so, Stacy, you were talking about dropping some of those things off, and you guys take pictures and stuff, and you wish that the mentors and mentees could be involved in the dropping off and that actual action. But as somebody that goes and actually does that with the programs, I mean, how rewarding is that? And what are some of the events that you guys do pretty regularly?
Well, we have a monthly service project.
Okay.
It's a community service project. We partner with a nonprofit organization, typically right here in Lincoln, and we check with them first ahead of time. The pouch that Logan was talking about went to Lutheran Family Services, and they serve a lot of refugees and immigrants that settle here in Lincoln. So they need hygiene kits and some basic necessities. So we decorated a pouch, or designed, drew on it, just kind of made a welcoming message that we could put on it, and then put some we also collected hygiene items from mentors and mentees. And so then we delivered that, and it's so rewarding. And the places that receive those things from the matches, they love it, and they're so grateful. And it's so cool to see the variety and the creativity that all of our mentors and mentees do when they complete these projects.
Do you guys remember how'd you guys design yours? Do you remember?
I made some squiggly lines with some markers.
Hey, there you go.
Hey, but it wasn't sloppy. I mean, we made it look beautiful, like.
I think our theme was.
We made some designs.
Yeah, we tried to do something, hopeful or something inspirational. Giving them some encouragement.
Yeah,
because we knew
like uplifting statements we wrote on there. Positive things.
Because we knew they were persevering through adversity and things that we hadn't experienced, and
awesome.
So that was sort of our design for that pouch.
Okay, so Stacy, before we get to our final break here, you like we mentioned in the first segment, you just wrapped up one of your teammates programs, and you started another one with a 5th grader. Through the one that just graduated from high school in the spring, favorite experience from that relationship? Can you pick out one or a couple?
Well, one of the things that stands out with me, an experience that I had with her, is there was one day we were meeting, and she was in high school. I want to say she was probably her 12th grade, her senior year, actually. And she said, "You are going to be so proud of me." And I said, What? Tell me more. And she said that she really studied for her test that she was going to take, and differently. And she explained to me, she wrote out note cards, and she told me what she did to study, and she knew that I would support her in that, and she couldn't wait to share that with me. And of course, I was super proud of her, and I said, "This is great, and you can take these ideas and do this for other subjects if you wanted, if you find it helpful." So anyway, that was big for me, because it showed me that she did really care about my opinion, and just looking for my support as well.
That's really awesome. All right. Once again, 402-464-5685, the Honda of Lincoln hotline, the Starter Heyman text line. Feel free to text in, call in. We have a couple of thoughts on the Starter Heyman Jewelers video stream. Devin texted in and told us what he thought. So we're going to get to that when we come back. We're going to hear from Logan's buddy Devin as what kind of changes he's seen in Logan over these last couple of years. And we're going to talk about that and more coming up in the final segment of Teammates. We'll also let you guys know how to get involved if you are on the fence and thinking, maybe you want to help out. We're going to get some final thoughts from these guys in the room, and we're going to try to get you to jump in to the pool and be ready to become a teammate and really start changing the lives of some guys in our local community. So we'll be right back. You're listening to the Teammates Mentoring Hour. Nick Sainer hanging out with you guys. Logan, Luke, and Stacy are also with me. Final segment of the Teammates Mentoring Hour is coming up next on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Don't go anywhere. More of the Teammates Mentoring Hour is minutes away on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. They might win, they might lose, but either way, you have something to say about it. Don't miss the Husker After Party postgame show immediately following every Nebraska football game. Nick Sainer and Jake Bakoven give instant reaction, quotes from the players and coaches, and take all your phone calls with thoughts on the game. It's the Husker After Party postgame show, only on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Sponsored by Action Plumbing and Heating, Gary Michaels Quilliers, and Brent Excavate. Bagels and Joe is ready for the fall with pumpkin chocolate chip muffins, pumpkin cream cheese, and a pumpkin pie smoothie. Don't forget their delicious breakfast burritos and sandwiches, and grab a business box of bagels for the work crew. Bagels and Joe with 4 Lincoln locations and a new location in Seward opening soon.
At Venue Catering and Events, we offer 2 of the most historic ballrooms in Lincoln. The Jasmine Room, located in the historic Grand Manse in the heart of downtown, featuring a beautiful built-in antique bar, spacious patio, and soaring skylit ceilings. The Scottish Rite Ballroom, located just 2 blocks from the state's capital, boasts intricate hand-carved columns, rich dark wood floors, and lavish chandeliers. The perfect venues to host your wedding, corporate event, or much more. For availability and more information, call us at 402-603-6483.
Hi, this is Kurt, your shop manager at A1 Automotive here in downtown Lincoln. My promise to you is this: you won't find another automotive repair facility that genuinely cares about you and your vehicle. Our service is outstanding and our customer service is better. Please give me a call for all your automotive repair questions and needs. Call me at 402-477-4660. We were built on small town values, and that shows in how we treat others. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now they've raised wages again and they're hiring for production operators at $22.58 per hour. And other select jobs is starting at $24.28 per hour, with wages growing up to $30.30 per hour. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates. To learn more or to apply, go to continental-jobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
Wow. Did you ever save me money on my car?
Yes, that's why our customers keep coming back.
How do you do it, friendly car dealer ?
We simply have low overhead and high trade-in values. The next line's yours.
Oh.
Ready for something better? Mullen Motors is a no-hassle, no-pressure dealership with financing available. Check out the inventory at MikeMullenMotors.com.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
The place you call home should always be a place of comfort. Warm and cozy in winter, cool and relaxing in summer. If your home isn't delivering the comfort you expect, call Bryant. It's more than just hot and cold to them. It's about providing the best comfort solutions. And Bryant gives you a full 24-month test drive on your home comfort system. Get full details at BryantLincoln.com or call 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Get an immediate look back at the game from the people who know it best. It's the Tanner's post-game show and the final word live from Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill. Hear from former players and national champions like Jay Foreman, Rashawn Jackson, and Aaron Davis and see what they saw in that day's game. It's the Tanner's post-game show and the final word. Live and in person, home or away at Tanner's Bar and Grill, brought to you by Bauer Infrastructure. Only here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Nebraska fans, it's almost time for college football season. Brokers Insurance Agency in Lincoln is a proud donor of Nebraska athletics. Brokers Insurance Agency is located at 33rd and A Streets in the heart of Lincoln. At Brokers, they can help you with all your insurance needs. Let them worry about your insurance so you have more time to enjoy the college football season. Call one of their licensed agents today at 402-420-5353 or visit their website at brokersinsurancenE.com. Go Big Red.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by Security First Bank, a relationship you can count on.
Windy and cooler here for our Wednesday with an afternoon high of around 70. Northwest winds could eventually gust over 30 by later this afternoon. Tonight mainly clear, a low dropping down to around 45. It will be windy again tomorrow. Northwest winds once again gusting to around 35 with a high of 64. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We stand on the shoulders of women who came before us.
Women who fought for their own financial futures.
And now it's our turn.
Join us. Visit WeSaySaveIt.org and take control of your financial future by saving for retirement.
A message from AARP and the Ad Council.
Your high school football coverage rolls on right here on 93.7 The Ticket. Hey guys, it's Nick Sainer. Join me this week from Seacrest Field for 2 games. On Thursday, we get our first look at Millard West as they travel to Lincoln to face off against Lincoln Southwest. The Silverhawks look to get their 7th win of the season on Thursday, which would be the most wins for Lincoln Southwest in a single season since 2018. On Friday at 7 p.m., it's Lincoln North Star and Lincoln East squaring off. The Spartans still have some work to do to solidify themselves in the playoffs, while the Gators are on the outside looking in. Make sure you tune in this Thursday and Friday for all your Week 8 high school football action right here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is the Teammates Mentoring Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, so during the break, we may have convinced Logan to become a mentor himself, man. You're old enough.
Yeah, I mean, really.
So how about that? So Logan might be. I told you this during the break, and I think it's important to bring it to the air. I mean, you'd have a perspective on it that not a lot of mentors have.
Yeah, exactly.
So, all right. So, Stacey, I'll ask you this before, and we'll ask you a couple times in this segment. I mean, how do people get involved if they want to? If they have the calling after listening to Luke and Logan's story, or over the course of the last couple months of doing this show on right here on The Ticket with you guys. I mean, how do people get involved?
It's really easy. Go to lincolnteammates.org and apply to become a mentor.
There you go.
And that's all there is to it. There is a 3-hour training that everyone's required to attend. It sounds like a long time. I know that it can be a commitment to take half a day off of work to do that, but it is well worth it. And we just arm everyone with the knowledge that they need.
Yeah.
Reassure them. There is some safety training in there, as far as just our rules for safety and policies, but that's just a small section of it. A lot of strengths and growth mindsets. There's just talking about what a mentor is not in the Teammates program. So really good stuff. It goes by fast. We get a lot of great feedback from our participants who go on to mentor. All
right. So Luke and Stacey, I'll ask you guys this. Luke, I'll go to you first. I mean, what's your advice to anybody that's thinking about becoming a mentor, and what would you tell them if they're sort of hesitant right now?
I would tell them that it is not as daunting as you might think it might be. What I mean is, you are not going to be a teacher. You're not going to be expected to help with homework. You're not a parent. You're not going to be bringing them anything because that's prohibited. All you have to do is go there, be consistent, and listen and support them. You don't have to be wise. You don't have to be super knowledgeable about a bunch of stuff. You simply have to be willing to support them throughout their entire journey.
Yeah. Before we get to Stacey's thoughts, so Devin said on the stream, when I asked him, I said, "Hey man, let's see how Logan has grown." Because Logan thinks he's grown, and Luke thinks he's grown, and he has just from the 50-minute conversation that we've been able to have with him. We could tell it. But Devin says this: I've definitely seen Logan's determination improve on all fronts as a friend. I really care about his success, and I can say honestly that there is a direct correlation between Logan's success and him being a part of Teammates.
Thank you, Devin.
I mean, what's your thoughts when you hear like one of your buddies say that?
You know, I really, it makes me feel good. It makes me feel like it's more it's more like people to hear that it's like a good program that can actually affect somebody, you know?
Yeah.
So that's awesome. I'm glad you can see that, Devin. Thank you.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's really cool because this is my first time when I've done the show that a mentor and a mentee have been in here, and so normally I've dealt with 3 mentors at the same time. So this is a new conversation for me. This was a lot of fun. All right, Stacy. So I mean, if somebody's on the fence and thinking about becoming a mentor, what would you say to them?
Well, actually, you can go to training before you even apply. If
How
you'd
about
like
that?
to. You don't even have to apply to go to training.
That's cool.
So yeah, and our training is on our website, so you
Awesome.
can just go to our website and look for the training and sign up that way.
Nice.
But I would just talk to people that you know who may have that has been involved in Teammates. You can call our office, ask questions, get some more information. Our website has a lot of information. You could just peruse the website and get some mentoring stories, learn more about the resources that we offer to mentors, knowing that mentors they have our support through their entire mentoring journey, as well as the mentees. We're match support specialists, and that's our job, is to support them throughout their journey.
Logan, man, you have quite the support system on this stream. We got Meg texting in saying, "Go Logan, man."
Hey.
You got the support system. How about that?
It's amazing.
All right, Logan. So last one for you before we get out of here. I mean, first of all, what advice would you give to anybody that's listening about Teammates if they think that they I mean, like I said, you have a unique perspective on this thing because it's worked firsthand for you and it's benefited you firsthand.
I think you just gotta, settle in, give it time, get comfortable with it. And ultimately, if you don't feel comfortable, then you don't have to. But if you like it and you want to keep pursuing with it, keep going. It's a huge support, so why not? You know,
there's no contractual bind. You're not bind by a contract. You're not forced to continue if it doesn't go. And I think that's really important to note. Is it's not you're not locked in for a year. You're not tied down, and you get to it's one of those things that now here's the thing. Hearing all these stories, it would not shock me that every single person would be like, oh, this is pretty rewarding once I get into this, and once I give it time and let it kind of marinate and sit there and develop it, it's worth it.
Yeah, I mean, definitely, yes.
All right, Logan. So last question, man. What's your future plans? What are we thinking?
So definitely I'm gonna move to college.
Okay.
That's my next goal. Really gonna just have to get through it. So I can get a good paying job in the future and a good career. And from there, just keep making money.
Yeah. Well, you were telling us during the break that like you've earned scholarships and you've earned money towards college. So that's going to help you.
Yeah.
And I asked you during the break, like 4 years ago, did you think college was a possibility? And you said no.
Yeah.
So that's pretty awesome, man, to see the development.
Yeah, it's huge.
That's really awesome. Well, guys, we got about a minute left here. I want to say thank you. This was a lot of fun. It went by really, really quick. You guys are awesome, and everything you guys do at Teammates is phenomenal. Teammates.org is the website to go to if you guys want to sign up to become a mentor. You only have to be 18 years old. You fill out the application, you go to a short 3-hour training, and then you can make an impression on somebody's life today. Super great opportunity. If you're on the fence, highly encourage it. And just continue to tune in to the Teammates Mentoring Hour every Wednesday night. Thanks again to Logan, Luke, and Stacy. Give them a call today. Once again, that website is teammates.org. Appreciate you guys listening. Appreciate you three for coming in and sharing your stories, sharing an hour with us. And make sure you guys, the listeners, don't go anywhere. Logan, we got another text on the text line from somebody unnamed. We don't know who it is.
Oh.
It says, very impressed with Logan. You are the man. So how about that? So
All
there's
right.
more support for you than
Thank
you know
you,
it.
guys.
We're done for tonight. We'll continue after this. Hopcat exists at the intersection of great beer and delicious food, complemented by music, art, community, and comfort. Home to a